Went to the fair. We had a local fair, dude, and it actually was legit. It's like even though it's the city that puts it on, the town, um, the fair is fucking huge, dude. People come from all over. So, but my daughter loved that. We went there yesterday, and then they went back today with one of her friends, and that just likes the rides, Like my daughter's dude, she if they would let her go on like the taller rides, she would go on them. She's just fucking nuts with that. But yeah, she loves it. That's what she wants to do. She but yeah, no, and it's pretty cool. I'm glad that they have it, because and not have to deal with like the size of like a state fair. Although this was a lot bigger than what I thought. They even have like a ski lift there, right? That takes you like over the fair. So you get, like it's like a ski lift, I guess, whatever you call those. And yeah, you hop on one end and it lets you off on the other. So technically you could ride it twice, I guess, and get all the way down to the other end of the fair. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. They got it set up. I guess it's a big thing. So it's yeah. That's yeah. Oh, they canceled it this year. It's interesting. Yeah, I know last year they didn't have it here. I'm sure everybody didn't, but yeah. So this year it was on, obviously, and people were excited about it. Neighbors that we've met that were waiting for it last year. Their kids were all disappointed. So here we are. But yeah, I didn't realize that. I kept hearing people say that the market was. Oh shit! What happened? My screen just flashed. But the market was closed tomorrow, right? Like I've heard that like 3 times now. But it got me thinking, dude. The market's open, but the bonds are closed, right? So like, wait, the bonds? Oh, I thought it was. What I read online was that it was closed completely. But yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's what I saw on. I was on. Let me see if I can find it. New York Stock Exchange. Um, let's see here. Well, man, I think it changed though, or they changed it this year, something like that. And there is a new one too. They're going to be deciding for uh, Biden's new like Juneteenth thing, right? Um, it fell on a Saturday this year. It was it was talking about it. I don't know. I'm on their site, but uh, what would that be called? Market hours, market holidays. That's what it was. Yeah. But anyways, dude, it sounded like because it was in there Columbus Day. Yeah, and the reason I was thinking about it, or got me thinking, was that how I mean because bonds have been going up, right? um, and the market seems to be reacting to that. It does make me wonder if we'll see, like, if tomorrow, I don't know, will be a low volume day. It might be nothing, but it would be great if it ends up being one of those low volume fucking big move days. I know. I mean, it's mhm. That's right. It's all the monthlies, right? I believe, right? Don't the monthlies end? Hmm. Yeah. No, that'll be. I was gonna look. I should just look on my phone. But, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I was bullish, or I am bullish going into next week. Um, the only thing that I'm watching. I mean, besides the bonds, I guess there's a lot of things, but there is. We kind of came up and tested this trend um, the other day and sold off from it. Can you see the screen? Okay. Um, normally I just go with the wicks, but anyways, this was I think it was Austin got me got me looking at this one, um, and I don't know why on the daily it's so different. The 4 hour we went right up and touched it, so I don't know why TradingView does that shit. It's it's yeah, well the candles start at a different. I think it's off by a half hour or something like that. So like I'm used to it, there's a lot of times. I mean, I don't know. I guess even Don used to talk about this, where like something wouldn't show up on Thinkorswim, right? Like a pattern basically, or the way the candles, not even a pattern, but like hammer on glass or something like that, right? And would play out. But the thing is, I've seen it the opposite way as well. Where something shows up on TOS, but it doesn't really show up as well on TradingView. I like charting on TradingView for sure. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I charted on TOS for the first basically year that I traded, so it did take a little bit to get used to as far as like how to chart, but it's just so much. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are easier. Uh, it's a lot faster to chart with, I feel like, but it's preference though, dude. I don't know. You know what I mean? In the end, as long as the prices are the same, that's what really matters, I feel like. I don't know. What were you doing on TradingView? Or what were you trying to do on it? You just fucking around with it or yeah, you're talking about Google? Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty important spot, I feel like. I mean, even this chart could even be different. Or the zones. But yeah, I mean, like I could have a bigger zone here, up to 28.14. But we're hitting the bottom of a lot of stuff. I feel like that's the same on SPX, or it was on SPY. What the hell else was I looking at? Well, Tesla's one of them. I mean, I'm still bullish Tesla, but it's coming into a fucking brick wall. I mean, it is. Yeah, dude. Let's look at Square. I haven't looked at Square in a minute, dude, because it has not. I don't know where my alert was. Um, maybe it's on one of these trends. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't when it didn't really make new highs here. Actually, I think it's this. It's dotted line. Let's see it. Anyways, yeah. No, that's now the one thing I like, dude, about Square is I feel like we're coming. I feel like if you could sell off just a little bit more, I don't know. We'll see where it opens up, but I do like it in the zone here, and even a little bit lower. It'd be a great buy, I feel like. because I don't think it's going to go any lower than 200 again. You know, it might dip down there briefly, but I think, yeah. I mean, and like we were talking about before, I really do think that, I mean, with earnings coming up, dude, eh, you know, it may be these options expiring this week, you know, and then going into earnings, you know, and there just may be some big movers. I don't think the whole market's going to sell off, but I don't know. I mean, the upgrades, I feel like they will play out, but what's the time frame, you know? I mean, look at it's like Snap here. Well, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Let's look at those because I have definitely been paying attention to that chart. Where is it? Yeah, this is. I mean, couple things, right? Like this is almost a perfect fucking. I mean, it came down and retested, right? I do think. I mean, we could see 1.77. Um, I know it depends on how fast it gets up there matters. You know, same with TLT, right? As fast as it moves. But then, you know, if you look over here, if we go to the monthly, it'll show it, I think. Yeah. The only thing that I've been watching or I was fucking with is this. What's that? Broke the. Yeah, dude. I mean, we could see, I mean, if we came up and touched, you know, what is that, 250, you know? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, and who knows, maybe that's what earnings will be this year. Or this, yeah, not this year, but this quarter. Hmm. Yeah. No, it did. You're right. And some of them didn't run. Yeah, it was weird, dude. It wasn't like an earnings push. You know, they all kind of went on their own. Some popped off before others, I guess. What I'm getting at. But yeah, if you look at the monthly here, dude. I mean, now the thing is, we could come up and still come back down. We didn't touch the one thing with this, and I mean, this is just the fucking trend line. Although these are parallel, I copied one. Um, but anyway, I mean, say it didn't really touch the bottom here. So if we did fuck around here for a while, I mean, who knows? It could touch the top here. It could come down. It doesn't have to touch it. It's just strange, dude. I mean, the way that it's been moving does, you know, worries me. I mean, the fact that we broke this. This is what I was watching, you know, for a while now. And TNX has it too, but this is a perfect retest on the 10-year, on the US 10Y. You know, I mean, I think TNX is pretty much the same. Uh, if I had it, I guess I didn't have it charted, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess it's definitely something to watch. So that's my question about tomorrow. Yeah, no, that is perfect. Well, I mean, the you want to, I don't know the exact relationship, but yeah, I mean, basically, I'll say you go ahead, Marcus, because you know it. Go ahead. You're fine. I think, yeah, and I think the piggybacking off what you say, yeah, well, the whole reason that, I mean, it's the volatility, right? The thing that that happens is that you have, I mean, when they move fast, it means people are piling into bonds, which tends to relate to like fear in the market, right? I That's what I how I understand it, that that people, or institutions move into bonds, I guess. Um, yeah, so and that's so when it moves fast, same with TLT. It's like what? Yeah, actually, yep, exactly, yep, yeah. You're at the bottom of this box that I drew a while back. Where did I draw? Yeah, that was fucking. Mm, that's good. Right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. What's their ticker? Oh, oh yeah. They didn't get. Dude, yeah, that's nice actually, because everything else was up. I mean, or not everything, but a lot of the banks were already at like the top. You know what I mean? They were at the top of their consolidation box. Uh, um, uh, I don't know. Why is the exact reason? It has to do with the value of money though, and the fact that they're making more. Is it because of the bonds or the interest rates or something like that? And banks, yeah, and banks are safer. They're considered a safer uh, place to stack your money as well. So, the bottom line, I guess, is that when inflation goes up and it goes up fast, there's too much uncertainty. So these huge institutions that have to be making money with their money because they can't go cash. You know what I mean? They have to have the money in the market. So they find places that are safe for it to go to. So, and that is one of the things. So basically, they've been ahead a lot, and this kind of brings them back to the median average, or the I don't know if that's the right way. That's a good point. Yeah, actually, yeah, and there's actually isn't there There's also mid cap. There's this, the MDY, which is the mid cap trust. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They tend to be so retail is value. Um, Shit, Kathy Woods just said this too in her last video. She kind of, when she was talking about value, she kind of described it as she saw it. There was something else she said too. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch. But yeah, this is a good ticker as an indicator. Um, this MDY gives you an idea. What's that? That's all right. But yeah, MDY I like. Same with the equal weights. This is just kind of off on a side note, but equal weight rating or equal weight charts like RSP is SPY, then there's QQQE, um, and then IWO for the Russell. But that Alpha Charts guy that I post videos for sometimes, he was talking. He had a good point. He's like, if you compare this to QQQ, right? Where was it? QQQ hasn't made it back down to this area here, which where I'd expect to bounce. Like if we do drop some more, I feel like we're heading down to like 340, 343. But if you look at QQQE, it already hit. It's basically already there. So if we see a bounce here, the whole point here is that if we see a bounce off this, off QQQE, and tech does sell off some more, but if this is getting strength, then this tells you that all the little guys, basically, right, that are in the queues or the bulk of the queues are actually starting to do well, right? And it gives you an idea that the head players in QQQ say this sells off. There's a better chance that there's going to be a bounce here, that this will be the bottom, right? Because QQQE already hit this You see how they got a consolidation box here? These so this represents an equal weight rating. So if this bounces, say it became QQQ sells off right down to wherever its box is, but here we just kind of fuck around and it still trends up, right? Gives you a lot more motive or a lot more confidence in buying the dip on QQQ. I guess is my point on things like Amazon or whatever. So I don't know. I'll share that video because he explains it a lot better. But it's just showing that these equal weights give you an idea of what, because the main companies pull so much weight for the indexes that when you look at like SPY and especially QQQ, you're really looking at the price action of the big players, right? Yeah. So that's where the equal rating kind of gives you an idea of what's happening because see, look at QQQ, right? See where the level is here? Like we haven't come down. This is kind of that consolidation box. Like let's say somewhere in here, right? Just in general. You could even lower that a little bit, but we haven't gotten down this far yet. But if you look at QQQE, we actually have gotten, um, we've already hit that area. Let's say you use dates, right? See this little bit of consolidation here, right around the beginning of June, June 8th, June 10th. If you go back to QQQ, that consolidation is right here. Yeah, right in here. This whole little area here is basically the same consolidation, right? That's June 9th, June 10th. So the thing is, I guess my point, what his point was, that it doesn't, like QQQ has not hit there yet because the main players have kept it up so much. So it just gets a good, it doesn't always like tell the future, but it does give you an idea of what's happening underneath, the top five or whatever. I mean, I don't even know if it's top five with what are the top with SPY? I mean, I know Tesla is, Apple, Microsoft, but what else are the tops in SPY? Is all of FANG in SPY? Okay. Yeah, no, very well might be. I should probably know the answer to that, but I don't. Yeah, no shit. So that's a little side note. I don't know how we got off. Oh, I was showing you MDY, but MDY is the mid caps, which is kind of interesting. It's good for me because you can actually look up what's in this as well, and that gives me an idea of what's more of a mid cap. Because it is tough when people are talking about value or what's the small caps, what's in between. Um, so this is, I guess, the technical definition of it. But yeah, the bonds, I mean, we'll see tomorrow, but tomorrow doesn't have bonds. So, oh, TLT has, I mean, I have it right in a zone. Can't remember if that's like a weekly zone. Yeah. Well, it used to be a holiday, Columbus Day. I don't know if it, I don't know if it all, I don't know about for the market, but I assume that it was at one point. No, but we can. Bitcoin popped off and then it hit what I had. It's weekly. Yeah, well, it just popped. I mean, this candle just started. So let's go to the daily. That'll make more sense. If you look, right, it popped like we were just watching it earlier, or I was watching it earlier today. It came up and it almost hit this, which is weekly, basically a weekly supply. If you look on the weekly, you can see, there's a supply zone. And but look at it now, right? It just came right back down. And like Marcus said, it's just consolidating. I mean, it looks like a bull flag or whatever you want to call it on the daily. I mean, yeah, what was the RSI at? Was it above the 50? I assume. Yeah, no, and might get a bounce off 50. Dude, from what I understand, if it's as long as it's over the 50, like that's bullish. Like it can go and tag the 50 or hit, it can literally go right to the 50 and bounce and it's still bullish. Yeah. Look at this, by the way, since we're on it, the 2 week chart. I think I posted it, but the guy Heath or Trade Talk that I watch on YouTube, he's great with forex and it's all price action. But dude, he mentioned this, and look, if you look at this, right, it's almost fucking right on. I mean, I don't trade it on the 2 week, but talk about a perfect way to like kind of pay attention to it. I mean, it's damn near. Now Ethereum doesn't do it as well with the 2 week, so I don't know what it is, but it was a great area. Even if you got rid of these zones, I mean, if you were just looking at it as a long-term position, um, I mean, we literally came down and yeah, it's I liked it, man. I was surprised. I've never even looked at the 2 week, but there you go. Now it's up on my selection. But yeah, I mean, the big thing is we have to get over this here. This is my opinion on it, right? Got to get over that. Yeah, 59,592. And then, I mean, really, we have to get up here. I mean, anything could turn around before here. Um, but with that said, I mean, I'm not bearish at all. I mean, if you look at well, obviously everybody's looked at the monthly. I mean, it's just fucking powerhouse. I mean, what are we looking at? There is, if you look at it on log. There have been, uh, in past bear market cycles, right? You do get some bounces that come up quite a bit, but that's not what this is looking like now. If we had turned over here, at this last bearish month, we can even go to like the weekly. If we had turned over right here, what was that, the 20th September, and then kept going down, then that would be a different story. But because we found support and we pushed up and then broke through this resistance here from early September, in my opinion, that kind of put the whole bear market idea out in my mind. So Things are changing. Yeah. Dude, my neighbor Jonathan. Yeah. Yep. No, he's been just fucking around. I mean, he works on crypto projects, obviously. That's like this basically all he's doing now. Even though it's not really what his company does, but anyways, that's what he's going towards. That's it is, man. The last, I mean, since we've moved here and I've started talking with him, dude, he's great. I mean, he'll definitely talk to you. I mean, he's if you ask him, he'll spend the time because he's actually he's gotten grants from Near. He's done work for them. He's gotten grants from Stacks, STX. So I'll show you Stacks. Stacks just popped off. No, he owns a company, right? Computer uh, whatever service, Yeah, I mean, he works out of his house. He used to have a few employees, I guess, but got more pared down, and a lot of people, you can find a lot of computer programmers online, right? And he had some luck with that, but some people are just fucking scammers and or just lazy. But anyways, but he in the last, I mean, I don't know. He was starting to work. He was on that Amplify Art. Remember, I think we all looked at that, right? The Amplify Art, the music NFT. So they, he was part of that. I mean, he still is. He's like their tech guy. And from there, he got into Near, which do I have Near on here? Near drop, but Stacks just popped. I mean, this is fucking beautiful, man. Um, Near and then Stacks, right? And Near's actually, I like Near, man. Near has a lot of potential, and so does Stacks. I mean, they're giving out grants, big grants, dude. I mean, not that I don't know what he's had. I don't think he's had anything huge and crazy, but it sounds like he's going to start hiring people because they want him to do a pretty big project. So he may be getting back into it, but that's just the crypto world, it's not going anywhere. I guess is my point. And to have, dude, yeah, to have something, an altcoin like Stacks or Near is this one. I'm still on log. Near, and these I know Near Stacks you can find online, but their communities you can go and like be part of. You can chat. They'll give a grant to anybody that has an idea that they think will benefit the company, or benefit the crypto or the coin, the project. So anybody can apply for one. It's just really cool seeing how it works out. It's nothing that I've done personally, but I mean, he's been successful with it, and it's to the point where, it wasn't to the point where he doesn't want to take any other work. What did he say? Yeah, dude, and there are companies or people that will, yeah, you can hire people like they will. So these companies don't even care if you're the one, like they want people that come up with ideas, right? So they don't even care if you're hiring out, if you're subbing out all of it. In a lot of cases, I mean, they want a legit business plan or at least they want legit goals and goalposts that you can hit and then get more pieces of the grant. But I mean, you're talking, I think it was $50 million that Stacks had. It was either Stacks or Near had $50 million that they were giving out in grants, and they still have like 40 million of it or something like that. But it was allocated, towards that, which is fucking insane. So, it's like, but the same with Cardano, ADA, wherever the hell that went. It needs to get moving, but I'm watching this here. I want to see if we push it off. Yeah, I do think. I mean, I think all those, Stacks and Near. I have Stacks. I haven't bought Near yet, just because it's not as easy to get. Well, it is easy to get used. OK Coin, um, but it is easy to get actually, and it's really not even that expensive. But the stacks I have, um, but yeah. Anyways, man. But ADA is another one that's worth it. I mean, they're all gonna pop off. I mean, I don't know until the chart changes completely or some weird shit happens in Washington. I think it's good to go. Matt, you said you've been trading Bitcoin. Have you been just holding it, or you've been in and out of it? Nice. It's been working out. Hmm. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. No. It's yeah, dude. And it's a legit market. I mean, you can make money off of it. I finally got into Kraken uh, because that's how I could buy stacks and fucking it has so many more. Or at least in Georgia here, they don't have the restrictions. I know some states do, um, but yeah. Anyways, it has just I don't know, it has so much more than like Coinbase. But even Coinbase is adding stuff, and then obviously, right, dude. They say DeFi is fucking where it's at. I mean, it's yeah. That's the other thing with Stacks and Near. They both have, especially Near, man. Jonathan has a bunch of Near, and he's been involved with those projects, I guess. But I forget what he makes on it, dude. It's some ridiculous amount. Like it's nuts, dude. It ends up being over 10%. Um, interest on it. So even when the coin dips, right? Like the what he's making back, it basically evens it out. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Because I was talking to him. Yeah, and when it pumps, it goes. And I mean, buy it when it's low, and then you can keep your main investment. That's you can always add to that, but then like when it dips down, buy more. Don't put it in whatever you call it. Don't reinvest or whatever. What do they call it? I'm losing my mind. Yeah, but staking. You're staking. Yeah, don't if yeah. So yeah, right. Yeah, no. Right, staking is what you want to do, and that's you. But anyways, yeah, it's a nice system, dude. I haven't done as much with it, but I don't know. Like I am gonna buy near though, uh, sooner than later, probably soon. But because right now it's if it holds this trend and basically bounces around here, I'll be buying it. I was a little concerned that it would come back down, but what's another one? Surf is another one, and you can't. That's not. I can't even pull up a chart for that, but Surf is one to check out as well. I'm in their Discord channel. I could share that in the chat. But I'd have to remember. Anyways, yeah, that's a good coin. That's like 28 cents or something like that. 26 cents. for the coin. So, yep, for sure. Oh, with Bitcoin, I would say, I don't want to see it. I'm definitely watching. Like what? I don't know what would be a bearish signal here. I guess if we got, I don't know, we'd have to get back down quite a ways. You know, the thing is now, Matt, are you on a platform that you can short Bitcoin? Are you on Robinhood or are you on? Yeah, no, Robinhood won't let you. I mean, it's fine for buying it for sure, but yeah, no, they won't let it. No, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't use Tastyworks, but I don't know. I know guys that are making money on shorting it quite a bit, and then also people that hold it that are just that have a decent sized position. You can trade the inverse swap. Yeah, you can trade the inverse swap contracts, right? So you're actually shorting it there, but when you do, when you make profit, it adds to your Bitcoin position. I don't understand that 100%, but I know it's I'm pretty sure the guy's using Kraken for it, but maybe KuCoin. I don't know. It's the trade talk guy. I know he's doing it, and it adds to his position. So when Bitcoin is bearish or it's in a downtrend, or like it had been there for a little bit, he was trading the inverse swap contracts, and then it actually added to his Bitcoin position because at long term, he's bullish. I mean, but he's holding this position for 10 more years or something like that. Is his plan. But it was interesting, dude. So as it's worth it as we get into markets. I mean, I don't think we're going bearish now, but say we do, it's a way to still add to your position, um, in the downtrend. So that's right. Yeah, this is the inverse swap contract. I wonder, because I know he was trading it on something besides BitMEX, but anyways, this is what it looks like. It's XBT USD is what it is on here. There are other XBTs, but Bitcoin US dollar perpetual inverse swap contract. And when you're shorting it to the downside, you can use it to add to your Bitcoin position. So, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not positive. I'll find out. I'll ask him because he's been doing it actively. But and see, this is the perpetuals, which is not it's not the inverse swap, right? But this is the futures. I've been watching this too. It's basically the same. It's got a little bit different candles, but um, basically the same thing. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, that's that, I guess, with Bitcoin. Keep going up. Just buy. That's all we got to do. It's the same with the market. Just buy. Oh, real quick on crypto though. One's the short, right? That I've watched. These guys have been making money. Are things like Sol and what's the other one? It's been going up like crazy. But if you can get into a broker that lets you short the coins, it's key because you can play both sides of it then. And there's money to be made because a lot of these things pump, right? And then they fucking crash. So it can be lucrative. I mean, say you caught this here, even from here down, right? You're looking at 41%. Oh, SHIB or SHIB or whatever. Is that what you're talking about, right? Shiba? Yeah, Shiba, this guy. Yes. People, that's the thing. People have, man. I know. I mean, you can do it. You just got to get on the broker and be ready. Yeah, Shiba, baby. No, you got to buy. That's right. I think it'd be worth it. I mean, it's all percentages, right? That's all that matters. I don't care what the dollar amount is. Let's see. See, he even caught it here. I mean, it basically went to fucking zero. 90% on your position. Not bad. Not bad. It looks like it's going to go higher. I have to put an alert there. I don't know if I can trade this one or not, but I think Kraken has like everything. Between that and KuCoin. Yeah, they have a pro app. I mean, it's in the US. You know, there's an KuCoin's the other one that is decent. So, do you like KuCoin? Like, have you traded off of it? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know about Kraken either. Right, and they're talking about pushing it through or something like that, I heard. I mean, I don't expect anything to actually. Yeah, yeah, no, sure. Algo's another one to trade. I know Coinbase has this. I like this one. I mean, it doesn't always pop off, but um, I mean, it does make moves like this, you know, and that's a big move. So you can, I chart it. I mean, I still watch it. I mean, the thing is, exactly, dude. I mean, well, I've traded this. I mean, I've actually fucked around and you can trade this on the hourly. No, but I mean, right here, dude, this is a perfect example of price action, right? You know, say you put it here, right? As soon as we came up and broke that, came down and tested, right? I mean, I don't even care if you waited till the third day, but once we started pushing back up past this and then broke this line here, you could grab it right there, right? So it's just something to watch, right? So then you catch a 65% move. Say you didn't even, you know, sell it here, 50%. Well, that's the thing. These are liquid though. The coins are, I mean, at least this one is, right? I don't know about all shit coins, but no, these are all, that's the thing. You can get, well, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying you catch the top, but even to the body here, it was 50% move, right? So if you came from this white line from 150 and then you played it up, I've traded algo a bunch, man. I mean, it's definitely one that is liquid, you know, and then got out at 230. It's a 50% move. Algo is one that's worth trading. I don't like hold it or anything. A lot of these, like Phil, I used to be into, but none of these have moved. I'm not in any of these. I'm waiting to see if any of them fucking move. Actually, you can see last time I was here. It's awful. What is why infill or file? Ah, so it has. Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, I mean, I was in it last year. Um, yep, it was fucking beautiful, man. It was, yeah, it was a huge move. I mean, this thing. I don't know what I forget what percentages, but say you caught it from here or even from here up to. I mean, it's 190% move, right, or 185% to the back up to all-time highs. I mean, that shit can make some money. I mean, that'll change your year for you. I still like Link, huh? Yeah, now, dude, no shit, bro. Listen, Cardano hits $10. I'll be just fine. I think we all would be, much less $100. What's the other one? I like Link, obviously. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. Um, some people say that's a shit coin. And then LTC Litecoin. I mean, they all been holding their price. Yeah, I mean it's. So I don't know. The only thing that kind of gets me is that as much as Bitcoin has kind of pushed back up, some of these haven't really, like this obviously hasn't, right? This really hasn't done much besides like it popped here and there, but it has not like trended up. And a lot of the alts are like that. So I don't know if they're waiting. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is, but um, I mean, ETH, yeah, yeah, I do think it's going to get bigger, man. And that's the beauty is that you can buy, I mean, short of some of these that are up really high. I mean, if I can buy shit for under $10, a coin, or under a couple dollars a coin, I mean, throw $50 a month, in there, even if that's all you can do, because I do think, yeah, because it definitely, I mean, I do think it's going to pop off more. So, but the DeFi that you just mentioned, I've heard that. I mean, I've heard of DeFi obviously come up a bunch of times before this, but recently it seems like there's a lot of projects, man, a lot of attention going to that. So I don't know. Hmm. Oh, dude, savings account's a joke. Yeah, and these smart contracts are like the usefulness of them is amazing. I mean, it definitely, um, and that's something that Jonathan, I forget, man, I'm not gonna be able to remember it correctly, but there were a couple projects or a couple ideas that he had seen, not that he worked on, but just that he had seen like in his, with Stacks and Near, and maybe Surf was one of them. But the creativity was interesting, man. What they were going to use them for. So, and it's basically you can use it for everything, and it works for it's a ledger, obviously, so it's a perfect tracking system. To track anything for business. Which is hilarious. But it's yeah, but it's money. I mean, it's fucking investments. Real money's being exchanged. So yeah, I guess XLM was another one, but that's ETH, right? So I did want to talk about that. You know, ETH is so much stronger looking than even Bitcoin. Although it did come back down here. Really thought it was going to break out, but so what was I going to say with that? I don't know. I lost it. Didn't they? Or was that? I thought that was ETH, dude. That had they had their fork, right? That changed the way that the contracts uh, were verified, or what by? Yeah, what was it? This was like in the last 2 months. Uh, yeah, yeah, right. I remember seeing that. I know. I'm surprised it didn't pop off more, but all in due time. But no, with Ethereum, dude, they changed. I'd have to find it, but I know Jonathan shared the like the graphic with me. but they changed the way that the contracts get verified, and it basically now you would have to hold, I don't know, it's like over 50% of all the Ethereum to be able to like falsify it, right? Um, which is basically impossible, I guess, is the idea. But it changed the way that they verified it, and it closed up some of the loop or some of the possible loopholes that were present before. But I know that happened this summer. Happened since we moved here, since I've been talking to Jonathan. So, um, anyways, yeah, that did though, right? Didn't it cut it? Dude, they're worth. I'll tell you, that's. I don't know. I probably have said this already, but Jonathan's traded. He's been fucking around buying. He's showing me a couple, dude, and he's just because he's in these all the time, dude. He's buying. Like, he'll buy some NFTs, and dude, he's like quadrupled his money on nothing crazy. I think he's only sold maybe 10 of them, but and it's just totally because he's already there in a chat or he's chat. He's in the project domain, whatever, and he's just picked up some of these NFTs. I mean, that shit may not last forever, but I don't know. If I'm not, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, you got to be able to have the. I mean, what he's been doing is just. I mean, double, triple, at 4x, whatever. But I mean, that's not. There are some if you can get them right away. I mean, you guys know who Gary Vee is. Yeah, so he had NFTs, bro, that fucking he like gave away some. I forget what the last one just sold for, but it was some ridiculous amount. I mean, it's like 30x, or 40x or whatever. I mean, people start buying them for one or two Ethereum coins. I mean, it's fucking nuts. But all right, so back to the market. I guess that's enough crypto. I mean, I'm definitely bullish coming into here, but what are you looking at? I mean, I know, Marcus, you're thinking we get more of a pullback here. I mean, it would look right if we had another leg fucking down. Um, it would certainly match the trend that we're in. Oh yeah, no, yeah. What do we have for next week? Netflix is next week. Oh, that's this week. No, wait a minute. So Netflix is next week. Why are they so early? All right, that's not on the earnings whisper thing then. It's interesting. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I would love a dip on Netflix. I don't know if we'll get it or not, but it would be great to see that fucker come down. Oh, see, this is showing it on the 19th. So, wait a minute. So Netflix is not on the 19th then. It's on the 12th. Oh, well, that's 9 days away. So not this week. You mean the next week? No, I'm talking about this week, dude. I'm sorry. I mean next week by like the week we're coming into. Yeah, so this week all we have is banks then. Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm confused. What's the Domino's ticker? I don't think I've ever traded it. Nope. No. No, DPZ. Yep. Actually, that looks pretty good. It's like right down, right at support, or it was. Huh. Alright. Yeah, definitely. So that is Thursday. Is that before or after? Do you know? That's not a bad thing. Yeah, no doubt. All right. So we'll have to see on Friday. Well, that'll be interesting. It'll be worth watching, see what happens. Maybe there'll be a push up into it. Um, it's definitely has support, dude. I mean, earnings can do whatever, obviously. But yeah, look at last earnings. Fucking rocketed off. But then it came back down. Um, hmm. Wonder if that'd be worth playing earnings. They've done well. I guess not. At the beginning of the year. Yeah, no shit. Well, we'll have to see what happens. No. What else are you looking at this week? What do you have plans for this week? Hmm. Yeah, VA. Yeah, still. Oh, it did break the that downtrend it's been in for a minute. Well, didn't break the trend, but broke my line, I guess. Yeah, might be worth checking out. I don't know, man. I hate trading the fucking stock. Although this says 27th, but we'll have to see. This could be wrong, dude. I mean, trading view isn't always 100%. It's definitely worth checking. Yeah, I would like a dip. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, if dip back into the zone, wouldn't be a bad buy. I don't know if I would buy it and hold it, but I mean they definitely have runs. It's they have good earnings. I mean it seems like their earnings should be picking back up, but then again I don't know with BA. I just stay away from it half the time. I really do. And I don't know, half of it's just a bias, but because it does have nice moves, but I've definitely been burnt by it. Yeah, the what was I going to say about? I guess I saw. Let's look at Tesla real quick. The thing that I like about Tesla is what were you gonna say? Oh, as far yeah, I don't know what does this say. It says the 20th, but again, yeah, check that. Well, the FSD was supposed to come out today, right? Wasn't that supposed to be released today? Does anybody know if that actually got released? The next version, or it's like but it's only to 1,000 people, something like that. I like Tesla though. I mean, we're sitting here. The fact that we haven't sold off back below, 770 ish, 775. That was obviously that was the old ceiling here, 765. Yeah, the 20th. it's coming up. So we'll see what it does. I want it to stay above the old. I mean, this is support here, but I want to. I don't know. I really don't want to see it drop back down too much farther. So hopefully we can keep the uptrend going. Yeah, the 20th would be. I don't know, man. I don't know what Tesla earnings lately. It's been hasn't been as rocket shipish as I wish. Is anyone in Apple? Yeah, the S&P. Yep. Yeah, everything changed after last year, for sure. It's I'm in Apple, wanting to see it stay in the zone and push up, or maybe we may get a dip back down a little bit. But if a lot of things sell off here at the beginning of the week, I mean, if we open up and we do sell off, or even on Tuesday, I guess it's just starting over, buying the dip, because even Shop, man, looked like it was going to start pushing back up. Yeah. Yeah, Apple. I know. I mean, I do like where it's at. I'm glad we got back up here. But again, I mean, the expected moves for this week are basically right at the bottom, where there would definitely be support, and then up here at 146.25. So, and Jacob posted all those expected moves from what I saw earlier. Yeah, yeah, those are helpful, because instead of having to do the fucking charts on everyone that it might be interested in, just having a list there and being able to refer back to it, it's definitely huge. Makes it much, much easier. Yeah, a lot of things look like they could come down or they could pop up. Like Amazon, it's the same boat, right? We've been in this downtrend. It's just following the indexes, and we're doing the same thing. Obviously, that is the index at the time. But I do think, the thing is, we've held in enough spots, enough supports on a few of these that dipped. It's like Facebook's another one we should look at. But Amazon looks like it could go up or down, right? I mean, whether or not Monday we open and we dip a little bit, I still feel like we could. I mean, we hit this point here, fucking 1, 2, 3 times. Yeah, this middle zone. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's definitely possible. I would like to see it hold here and then go. I obviously it'd be nice. I mean, after all that year, we're still in that shit show, ever since it sold off here. But when is its earnings? Do we does it show up here? Yeah, it says the 28th for Amazon earnings. Okay, then let's look at Facebook real quick. Did you buy Facebook, Marcus? Yeah, I swung it, but yeah, cause it held. I don't know what happened. I thought I had a trend line here and some other stuff, but anyways, yeah, it's holding this. What is this? The 100 or the 200? Yeah, 200 EMA, which I like. I like that's flattening out, but again, we'll see. I really don't want to see it dip too far below that, but tomorrow will tell. Did they have more good and bad news, or was it bad news that they had? Didn't Facebook fucking... Yeah, okay. When's its earnings? Did you... Oh, actually, I can tell you. Yeah, that's what I have to. Yeah, so really this week is the week to get ready. Yeah, and then with this week with contracts expiring, that'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't really want to dip, but I'm with you. We'll probably get something. That's the other thing. Even if tomorrow is bullish, I don't think I'm going to be swinging much into Tuesday. Um, just because when bond markets open back up, I'm a little concerned about that. You know, yeah. I mean, and yeah, I mean, just and who knows? It may be a nothing burger, but I'm definitely worried about it. All right. Well, what else you watching? Anything else? We've talked for a while here. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of shit, but yeah. See where we open. So cool. Does anybody else have anything you want to talk about? What is Momo in right now? That would be a Morello thing, I think. Uh-huh. Yeah, indexes and Tesla. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I mean, Shop, dude, Shop had a great move. It was last week was awesome. I wish I hadn't sold off as much, but that's what happened last week. So fucking everything. I was expecting more of a pop on Friday. It just went to shit. Um, I do like Shop. I don't know. We have a nice. What's the expected move? No, I did. Actually, did we say when earnings are for this? 28th. Yeah. Yep. That's what it's got to. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I wouldn't mind a pop on any of it, but back to this 13. What was that? 13.15ish. That would be the first EM down. That seems to always be a really good place to buy. So definitely, yeah, no, picking that up. And then Google's another one to watch. I know we already looked at that. What happened to it? Did I move it? Let's see, I got out of it. Yeah, Google looks awesome. That is the one thing. Google and Tesla are sitting, they're still a lot of the MAs are under it, I believe. I don't have it up on this one, but are a lot of the app moving or the EMAs sitting below it? Isn't Google sitting on one of them? Okay. Yeah, dude. I mean, even with the let's see this earnings, even with the sell off like this earnings here, what was it last earnings? We dipped down, but then I mean, it popped up, and as long as you have a little bit of time, I feel like you're gonna be good to go. You know. Oh, you're playing the run up, yeah, of course. Okay. I was like, you're gonna hold the earnings. It'll be interesting. You know what? You know what's funny though, man? Is look at these last earnings. We didn't. We're in an interesting situation because we've had such a downtrend here. That yeah, it'll be interesting to see how far we actually run up. You know? Yeah, yeah. Fucking. All right. So Marcus said it's going right to here. All right. So that's Marcus's price target. No, that's 3,200. Marcus PT, we got this. All right. Fucking A. Saving it. No, but I would like, I mean, there are a lot of potential here with all these, I guess. So the one thing I don't want to see is some flop in the market. I mean, I have heard some people talk about like it's an extended correction. Didn't even Kathy Wood talk about that? How like these are like little mini corrections inside, even though we're bullish as can be. She made it at some point. I think I've heard it from other people too, but that like this like kind of, and she wasn't talking about her uh, like their sector because obviously they're down on their sector. But like when we have these extended periods that pull back, it's almost like the market is just correcting itself for how far we pushed up. I think was the concept. Not that it's going to correct more, but just it's a realignment, which I guess is what every pullback is. But the point was that we were so far over, we're so high up there. NGS, that's Goldman Sachs. Yeah, we did look at that, right? The banks. Yeah, you should look at XLF real quick. Yeah, the banks. I mean, that's the other thing. Let bonds come in. I know Austin's been trading oil like crazy, or he was. And that's definitely they. I mean, that shit has popped. So, what am I looking for? XLF. You could just type that. Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about before. Is that a lot of these are like XLF, have already kind of gotten up. I mean, this looks like it could break out, right? But Goldman Sachs, like you said, is not quite. It hasn't made that move yet. To get up to the top to all-time highs. So it's definitely worth watching. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, listen, have a good one, y'all. Thanks for coming. And anybody else have any stuff? I don't think so. Nobody posted much. Yeah, guys. Have a good night. Thanks, you guys. All right. See ya.